Hello, everybody. How are you? Hope you're having a good day. So, I was just sitting here minding my business, and I saw that Neo Tarot had posted a new reading on Foodie Beauty. And let me tell you, I was running so fast over to Neo Tarot's channel, I practically did the baseball slide. So, everybody's been asking the question, where is Foodie? Where exactly is she? We weren't sure if she was still in Kuwait or if she's back in Canada, although there have been more than a few clues to say that she's in Canada. So, what are the clues that have been dropped? Well, there was a picture that was posted on a Facebook on an account at a birthday party. People saw her reflection in a balloon, and there was also part of an arm, and people were saying that's her. She's back in Canada. Also, another clue that was dropped, her ex boyfriend, Pete's, her BFF, he's been acting especially happy lately, which is kind of a arrow pointing in the direction that she's back in Canada because he's only happy like that when she's around. So perhaps Pete's and Foodie have been talking maybe about moving in together, or he's just happy to have contact. So that's another arrow pointing in the direction that she's back in Canada. Also, Foodie has been improving comments. I mean, there's all kinds of clues out there. They're small, but they've been dropped. She has not gone live, but the clues are saying that she's in Canada. And maybe she's in a place where she can't go live, like at mom and dad's house, and she's not quite ready or set up in her own place to start live streaming. But once she is ready, she's going to go gangbusters. She's going to go bananas and just completely unleash. We are expecting big things from Foodie Beauty when she comes back. We are all anticipating that when she comes online, she's going to go full throttle. Anyway, Neo Tarot did a wonderful reading on Foodie about where is she, what's going on in her head. And I would like to sit and do a tarot react to Neo Tarot. And for those of you on my channel that you've never heard of Neo Tarot, y'all look down below, down there in the description. I'll leave the original link for the original video there. You can check out all of Neo Tarot's content. Maybe get a reading from her because she does private readings. Sub up to her channel, leave her a comment, give her a like, and let her know that we definitely appreciate her doing these readings on Foodie Beauty. And I will just pre-warn you guys ahead of time. I pre-watched the reading already, and there's going to be several places that I have to stop and give my comments because there was so much popping out at me during this reading. So for those of you that might get a little irritated that I'm stopping so much, I apologize. But if you want to see the reading without my commentary, please just look for the link down below and you can watch the reading without me talking at all. So I'm going to go ahead and bring up the reading. And let me just blow this up full screen and take it away, Neo. And thank you once again for doing readings on Foodie. Thank you very much.
Okay, so the cat that got her in trouble. Uh-oh. What's the energy around the cat that got her in trouble? Even the windy path leads to the light. The cat that got her in trouble. The cat that, I guess we would say, broke the case. Surprise, surprise. And look, the cat say, no hate. All I want is peace. And it has to come to this commitment. So the cat brought forward the surprise around this commitment with Foodie Beauty. And Spirit said that there's imprisonment. What? Hey, y'all. Hey, let's get into this intuitive reading for... Okay, so the subby hit me up. She said, where is Foodie Beauty? And what's up? Another subby said... What's the energy on Bruce? And so I'm going to try to keep it cohesive. I'm going to try to keep it together because it feels like this could be two different readings, but why not, right? Let's just see what happens. This reading is alleged and for entertainment purposes. Sometimes the tea is hot and sometimes it's not. You got to watch the video to the end to determine for yourself. If you're new here, welcome. And if you're always here, welcome back, friend. Don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe. All right, Foodie. Hey, girl. So Spirit is acknowledging that the ancestors have intervened. I see trees that makes me feel like ancestors, and because she wouldn't do it, Spirit is like, okay, I'll do it. And when I do it, there's nothing you can do about it, right? So it's bubbling at the belly, bubbling at the throat. That there's this energy of communication, honesty, courage, sharing revelation, surprise news through some form of text and or a phone call. And y'all remember I said about that phone call.
Okay, I have to stop here because those two cards next to each other seem to line up perfectly. And while I was watching this reading, there were things that were just popping out at me, Neo. What kept popping out at me is this building over here, which is the barn, and you've got the weather vane up here pointing in all directions. This to me felt like home. And this building over here represented her being in Kuwait, her having the apartment, and the horse is trying to cross to the other side and is being stopped by the fence. Like there's a line, there's a definite line, and she can't get across it. So it feels to me like the spirits are saying, denied. You cannot cross this line. You cannot come back to where you were. Like the time over here is over. Like this building over here represents to me like Kuwait, the apartment. Like she can't go back there. She's no longer welcome here. Like she wants even if she wants to go back and saying nope, there's a fence right here. You're not allowed. So the barn over here to me represents home, and I am noticing that when she was here, home in Kuwait, to me the trees represent the ancestors, the ancestral spirits. They were far away from her. Like her and her family roots, her ancestors were far, far away when she was here. But over here, notice how much closer they are. They're almost right next to the barn. But when I saw it, for some reason, I kept focusing on the weather vane and like west, east, north, south. To me, this represents home, like her coming back home.
Now, Spirit is acknowledging that this is going to cause her to have to move on. There's boredom here, monotony, small-mindedness, branch out, move on. Novelty is needed. This issue that she could have overcame because she wouldn't do it, Spirit is intervening and helping her to return to her place of peace and resilience. Regardless of what karma looks like, it ain't going to be over there where she was, right? Spirit is acknowledging because were you raised in a barn? There was poor manners, lack of tact, discourtesy, impoliteness, social grace is required. Whichever way the wind blows, that's the way that she was going. Her thoughts are scattered and disorganized. This could also be attached to an air sign, Aquarius, Gemini, Libra. Spirit was not invited in, and so Spirit said, you know what, you're not ready, and so I'm not going to attach to an energy that isn't ready. You know, when they say when the student is ready, the teacher will appear. Well, you're not ready, so I'll find somewhere else to dwell. Okay, again, the root chakra has imbalances and or delays because she is not being authentic and genuine in her path right now. There's also a lot of this green, meaning that the heart chakra has imbalances and or delays, which creates total misalignment. This could also affect the finances. This could also affect her in the area of not having up healthy boundaries and not feeling like she's standing on a firm foundation. Again, in the middle of the deck, which comes out often when I read on her, is that she's still trying to manifest. She's trying to manifest the next situation, the next love, the next bond, the next snuggle, the next pillow talk, the next.
Yep. And when I did a reading on Foodie, I kept feeling it. She's got Natter on the brain. She's so highly focused on Natter. Now that she's back in Canada, she's thinking of him. Maybe she might be calling him. Maybe she might be going to see him or wants to see him, even though she should be focusing all of her energy on healing herself physically, emotionally, mentally, psychologically, spiritually. That's where her energy needs to go. And that's where she would get the most reward because there's so much work to do. She's still thinking about a man. I got to have a man. And she's focused on the man that she was obsessed with. So, Foodie, you need to let him go. Because the readings that I've done on the whole situation with Nads, even if you pursue that path, I'm telling you, it is not going to go the way that you want it to go. And no amount of manifestation, no matter how strong, no matter how much you want to be with him, no matter how much you want him to claim you or be in love with you, it's not going to happen. If it didn't happen in the time frame that the two of you were around each other before, it's not going to happen now. It just isn't going to happen. He doesn't have the feelings for you that you want him to have. You cannot borrow those feelings. You can't steal those feelings. You can't put those feelings in him. It's not going to happen. It's just going to lead to more heartbreak and disappointment because you're trying to force something or manifest something in a direction where the energy, it's going to bear no fruit. It absolutely is going to bear no fruit. It's going to be worse than it's ever been. It is. But you want to pursue that path, you go ahead.
Someone's favorite. That's the fire in the belly that she chooses to push her energy towards. That's that fire sign energy, okay? Spirit is also acknowledging that in the midst of this, where is she kind of question, Spirit is acknowledging that there's this blubbering. See this swirl of communication? And Spirit is acknowledging when you get done, though, I'm going to need you to write down your next steps, your next movement. Where are we going from here? Okay? Because right now it feels very aimless. At the heart of it, you want peace, but there's a musical instrument in one hand and a beverage in the other. There is a candle being lit. Does she practice candle work and candle magic? Allegedly. Okay? The heart chakra, again, has imbalances and or delays, and the root chakra has imbalances and or delays, which means that she is not maintaining authenticity and genuinity.
You know, one other thing that's poking out at me right now, Neo, the candle is on, it looks like a red table or a red stone. Red can indicate passion, things that she might be passionate about. I'm wondering if she's trying to do something magically in reference to Natter. Like it's just trying to push some kind of energy towards him. I'm telling you, Chantal, you need to leave that alone.
She is just blowing three sheets to the wind. Pissed. Okay. Blowing off steam, rebellion, merriment, overindulgence, and wanting to escape. Overindulgence and wanting to escape. Foodie. Can't get it out. Foodie beauty. Follow the spark. 30 is significant. Where are you going? Fire sign energy is on this card. A great idea, fruitful passion, inspiration. This card calls on you to take action towards your passion. You are experiencing an intense calling to test out an idea that could very well lead to your life's greatest work. Follow the potential and trust your gut. Okay?
One thing that I would like to add in here, that card it looked like a shooting star on it. Shooting stars don't last very long. And here's been something that I've been feeling for a minute. And I'm just going to put it out there. And I'm not saying this in an ominous or evil way. I'm saying this for Girl World. When Chantal comes back, I feel that this will be the last chapter in the Foodie Beauty saga. Again, I'm not saying that something physical is going to happen to her, that she is going to not be walking on this earthly plane. I just think this is the last chapter in the book. And I don't know how long it's going to last, but this is the last chapter. We're not going to go for another 2 years. We might not even make it to 1 year. But this is the beginning of the end. Like this is the last chapter in the Foodie Beauty book. I mean, she's going to come out of the gate hot and she's going to go gangbusters because she has to, but it's not going to last very long. It's going to fizzle out pretty quickly. So y'all get ready. It's going to be crazy when she comes back, but it's not going to last long. This is the last chapter in the book, I think.
We'll see where that leads her.
Like this is the season finale.
Foodie Beauty, where are you? Oh, well, she's a trickster. She's got secrets and there's stealth here. Thief in reverse. And this has to do with a traditional marriage, family values, ceremony, and beliefs. Well, there's lies and secrets and trickery on there because her focus was her career, promotion, passion, offer, stability, wealth, new ideas in front of that computer making money, honey. Spirit is acknowledging that she's unavailable, very busy, absent, taken, hard to reach, and she may be like this until December. What else? Where is Foodie? Chantal. She's trying to manifest. She's trying to give birth to her ideas and her manifestation, her ideas and a child. I know you guys tell me she can't give birth to a child, but she's trying to get in alignment. She's trying to pull things together. Subconsciously, though, she's acknowledging that she's dealing with jealousy, haters, friend zoning people because they've been inappropriate. Spirit is also acknowledging that she's very mysterious. There's this energy of her doing things at night, moving at night, very medieval type of style. Death card is on this, meaning that something has to end so that something else can begin, mentally, physically, emotionally, and or spiritually. Where is Foodie? Beauty. Chantal. Oh, this card came out before. There's that moon card, real big. 51 is significant. 6 is significant. The moon is connected to Gemini energy and also Pisces energy for me. There's this energy that clear, cancel, and release sadness, fear, depression, and anxiety in order to manifest the life that you do want. There's also this energy of manipulation, manifestation, and pregnancy, either giving birth to an actual child and or giving birth to one's manifestation, one's idea to make it tangible. Moonlight beckons. Come and trust your intuition to lead you into a place that may not seem logical.
I would like to put this in here like I was looking at this card, Neo. Different things were popping out. I've said this before with another reading. The moon represents secrets and illumination of those secrets. Notice that the fairy or the woman is looking away from the moon. It's like in Chantal's case, the secrets are being revealed and she's turning her face away because she doesn't want to face them. But also what popped out to me was the bird. It looks like an owl, and owls could be the ancestors' spirit. It's like, we're watching you. We're watching you. We're in the dark, but we're watching you. We are overseeing this. We want this to come out. We want the light of the moon, but she's turning away from the spiritual light. She's turning away from the ancestors. She's not acknowledging them. She's not respecting them, but also turning away from the light, turning away from the secrets being brought to the light.
Your hunches will be right on target. Resist second guessing yourself, for your alternative perception is equally sharp right now. You can see beyond the surface of things and truly read between the lines. This is a good time to use oracle cards or other systems of divination to gain information. And I've been saying that she's tapping in. That's her business. Remember that the language of intuition is a symbolic one. It comes subtly through a hunch or tinkling, a clear sound, or an animal or object crossing your path. Spirit is sending you messages to help you now. Success is yours if you follow the signs and listen.
Yeah, I think Chantal was poo-pooing the tarot readers before. She's not poo-pooing us now. I think she's checking out all the tarot readers. Maybe she's going back into past readings from things that we've said. She might be contacting people off of YouTube to get tarot readings or over the phone readings or something of that nature. She's taking it a bit more seriously now, because we told her for months before anything happened that she needed to go home. Like we were giving all the information, Neo. We gave it to her for free, and she didn't want to listen because she thought she knew better. But now I think she's listening a little bit.
And will she listen? That's not my business. Who knows? Okay? Who knows? Foodie Beauty, where is she? Spirit said doing candle work.
What is it with that candle work, Chantal? You like that candle work, don't you? You like it. You like doing candle magic. Are you using candle magic to manifest things? Are you in the mindset, if I think about it long enough, strong enough, I can make it happen? Here's the thing with magic. You may have the intention. You may have the wish. You may want to accomplish a goal, but you've got to do it within a certain set of boundaries. And you've got to keep in mind that if your wish, your manifestation involves other people, you can't go against their original will. You can't push people into things. You can't force people into things, because that goes against another person's will. And if one of your manifestations is you're trying to manifest something, say, with Natter, and he doesn't want you that way, he doesn't want to be involved with you, but you're still trying to go against his will, all that's going to do is cause chaos and pain and suffering. And do you really need that right now? I don't think you do. You can't force someone to love you or to be with you. You can't blackmail someone. You can't force them through physically or through magic or any other thing. All you're doing is creating bad energy for yourself. But you like that candle work. That's candle work has appeared more than once in Neo's readings.
Spirit said with the black cat bone. And Spirit said, this is bold magic. And this is potent work. And the ancestors are watching. Not my business, not my problem. That's just not my problem.
And Chantal, if you're doing like really strong magic, using things, you really need to stop that. You're just going to get yourself into so much trouble. You're causing so much trouble for yourself, especially if you're doing negative things with negative intention. How many times are we going to have this conversation? You messing around and playing around with things you really shouldn't? How many times are we going to have this conversation?
All right, where is Foodie? Spirit said gaslighting. The gaslight. Oh, with mommy?
There you go. With mom. She's home. She is home. And I'm sure she's going to be angry about your reading, Neo, because she wants to keep everybody guessing where she is. Although she keeps approving comments. And even though Pete isn't exactly saying that she's home, he's giving things away with his attitude. He's just, he's happier than he's ever been. And that only happens when she's around. We know she's home. She's passing out little hints. She may not be able to go live yet because the family is saying you cannot live stream from the house. And maybe she's not able to get in a car and go somewhere, but we know she's back home. We know. She might as well just come out of hiding. We know.
Be with mommy. Microdosing. Cosplaying. With your sword down because of this air sign energy is not doing what the air sign energy is supposed to do. It's not defending you. It's not ready for battle. And you're on that phone cosplaying.
That might mean that even though Chantal is not on YouTube live streaming, making money, y'all keep in mind, she does have her feeder clients, her private feeder clients. She might be making money doing private feeder content. Mom and dad both work. Shmi works, and I believe the stepdad works. So if they're out of the house for a certain period of time during the day, and she's left alone in the back room, she might be able to do some content here and there for certain clients. And so she might be making a little bit of extra money while she's off of YouTube. So there's that. And I'm being told to tell you this, Chantal, if you're staying with mom in her house, Spirit is telling me to tell you, you need to count your blessings that your family has stepped forward to help you. And you need to behave yourself and not be bratty. You need to be the best house guest you can be because you're getting on their nerves. Your very presence gets on their nerves. You need to be doing all that you can do to be a good house guest. Cleaning up after yourself. Don't eat all the doggone food in the pantry and the refrigerator. Don't mouth off to either one of them. Just be as polite as you can and just be grateful, because I don't think you are. I don't think you're grateful for the help that you've received. I think you feel entitled to it because you are your mother's child. But the more bratty you act, the more ungrateful you are, the more you're going to get on their the last half of a nerve, and they're going to want to get you out of there. So during this time that you need help and they're offering assistance, you need to be giving back a little bit. Clean up after yourself. Don't leave a whole bunch of dirty dishes. Don't eat a bunch of food in the house. If you do eat the food, buy some more food to replace what you have eaten. Don't be eating them at a house at home. Just don't be a nuisance because your presence is irritating enough.
Where is Foodie? Oh, a menace watching. Huh. Spirit said this is concerning, Foodie. Stop. Okay, let me get it together. Spirit is also acknowledging that the ghost is coming back to haunt you. Your ghosts are coming back to haunt you. She's very anxious. Does she smoke? She's also posting, and like the poster, like everything's okay, everything's okay. But she's really vomiting the Cupid, throwing up love, filled with anxiety, and moving. Got the Amazon truck there. Moving.
Ooh, Amazon truck is there. Is she preparing to move somewhere? Maybe. She might be buying stuff for perhaps the new place she's going to get into. Might be happening.
Where is Foodie? Thank you, Spirit. Spirit said, where is she? Well, what is this commitment about money? Uh-oh. With a karmic masculine. Now she's trying to get balance and have an awakening. Oh, is that what you're doing? Rethinking.
Well, you know what? Let me just go back a minute, Neo. Let's go back for a second. Where is it? Sorry. Well, the one card with commitment and abundance right next to it. If she's going to see Natter requires money. He's not going to hang out with her for free. So she might be hanging on to money to go see him later. Because if he hangs out with Chantal, Natter's going to tell her, look, you want me to hang out with you? You want to see me? That's going to cost you.
Things. Siri says it's in the middle of the deck. You're changing. Calling on a priest. Calling on some type of religious energy. Okay, I'm gonna just keep going. I don't know why, but Spirit says, you know, like when Catholics go and I'm not Catholic, so don't take offense if you're our Catholic, but you go into those little rooms and you tell what you've done. Like that's what it feels like. So that she could become a rising star. She's obsessed with being a star.
Yeah, well, Foodie will never be famous, but she will always be infamous. She's already infamous. Famous is when you are something or you do something that other people look up to and admire. It could be because of the way you look. It could be because of your humor. It could be because of your talent, whatever talent that is. She's not famous. She's infamous. The things that she's done are just vile. The things that she said are vile, and they will never go away. But she wants to go viral. Well, this whole scandal that is broke, she might go viral. I mean, she did manifest that she wants to go viral. She might go viral for all the wrong reasons because the whole thing about Bruce the cat is not over yet.
I'm just saying, where is Foodie? Where in the world is Carmen Sandiego? Spirit says it's in the middle of the deck. There's destruction. So someone new is coming to say hello. She thinks this is her soulmate. She thinks this is where she's going to get money and have her ascension and awaken.
Yep. There. Hello, Natter. Hello. We know it's you. She's probably talking to Natter right now saying, do you want to get Crackhead Olympics 3.0 restarted? If we start up the drama, that's going to generate income for both of our channels. I can fight with you. You can fight with me. I can talk about Salah, and that's more money. I can let out all the secrets. Yeah, I'm sure that they've had more than one phone conversation about that.
Spirit says she's obsessed.
Mm-hmm.
She's obsessed. Oh, that's what y'all wanted me to ask about this cat. Okay, so the cat that got her in trouble. Uh-oh. What's the energy around the cat that got her in trouble? Even the windy path leads to the light. The cat that got her in trouble. The cat that, I guess we would say, broke the case. Surprise, surprise. And look, the cat say, no hate. All I want is peace. And it has to come to this commitment. So the cat brought forward the surprise around this commitment with Foodie Beauty, and Spirit said that there's imprisonment, being mentally, physically, spiritually imprisoned. Spirit said that there's a message of concern when it comes to this relationship, and now she's going to be single, sexy, and successful. That's what she wants. Is that what
I want to point something out. It's amazing how one thing can trigger many things after that. It starts off a domino effect, a chain reaction, if you will. So let's go back and rewind a minute. So Chantal was in Kuwait, and she was doing all kinds of things to be rude, obnoxious, disrespectful to everybody who lived there, to Kuwait itself, to the Middle East. And she was breaking all kinds of laws and regulations, filming government sites, filming people without their permission, filming children. She was doing haram things on camera, the gluttony, the smoking, the being high, just going after different people. And the more that she got away with, the more that she felt emboldened to go further, until, like Icarus, she flew too close to the sun and it all came crashing down. And for months, the tarot readers told her, you need to go home. It's time to go home. She didn't want to listen. It didn't have to get to this point. If she had just simply listened, if she had just simply acknowledged that she was in a place where she wasn't happy, she was around a man that was not making her happy, she was not making money, her health was bad, there was absolutely no reason to stay in Kuwait. There was every reason in the world to go home to Canada. And she should have done it well before now, but because she got too comfortable in Kuwait and she kept deceiving herself into thinking, I need to stay here because I'm making money here. I have built a home here. I don't want to go home to Canada and face my back taxes. I'm just going to stay here as long as I can until they physically kick me out. And what's the worst they can do to me? Deport me. So she never had anything to really fear, because to her, deportation really wasn't that big of a deal. But she just kept pushing the envelope, and she was breaking all kinds of laws over there, including accepting donations when she wasn't allowed to. She's getting hardcore with that. So what happened? Spirit stepped in and said, okay, let's solve a bunch of problems and a bunch of issues all at once. Let's put it all in one box, put a big bow on it, and say, here you go. So Chantal went too far with Bruce the kitten, took the kitten away from its mother while it was still nursing, which led to all the outrage. And she thought that was a good thing until that outrage came back and bit her in the butt, because she got reported by POS Kuwait. She fled Kuwait. She absolutely got out of there. I believe that she left the very day, the night that she did the live stream, where she's like, I got to get out of here. I think after that live stream was over, she went straight to the airport. She didn't want to wait around to see what would happen. She got the heck out of there. Because she got out of there, that meant that Salah was free to heal, because he would need some healing too. That stopped that whole situation with Salah that had gone on too long, that was causing a lot of damage, not only to Salah, but his family, because I'm sure the family wasn't happy with Chantal. Also, I'm sure Julia was suffering, and suffering badly with Chantal, that she wasn't being treated very well by Chantal. So that solved the situation with Julia. You guys know the reading that I did on Julia. Julia right now is in a better place with better people. She's being taken care of. So Chantal getting out of the Middle East, that stopped the pain and suffering for Solana's family. That also stopped the pain for Julia. Spirit also did what it did, because Chantal was not on her right path. She was not being authentic to who she was and is, and needs to be. She was cosplaying something that she absolutely isn't. So this is spirit like dragging her kicking and screaming towards her path, but also getting her away from people that she was causing to suffer, and an animal that was being made to suffer. Spirit said, you're going back to Canada and dealing with your karma, ma'am. It just needs to happen. So different problems all got dealt with at the same time. Like that, it's an end to suffering and aggravation for Salah, his family, Julia. Now she's back in Canada. We'll see what happens.
She wants. Was that the goal anyway? Energy of this cat. All that red, she needs to get rooted and grounded. She was getting unexpected money income from this cat for the relationship. Again, Spirit said that this is a message of concern leading to imprisonment for the commitment for the couple. Surprise, surprise. All paths lead to the light. And now she is an ice queen, and the police are like, yep, thumbs up to that, because of this false narrative. The veil is thin, Foodie. Ancestors are intervening. All right.
And you know what, Chantal? Even if you ran back to Canada, to the safety of your family, thinking that I'm in another country, I can't possibly get in trouble, I don't think so. I think things are just getting started. And I think the family, they don't know everything, do they? I don't think you told your mom and your stepdad everything, did you? I think you told them part of the story, part of what's going on, and they know that. But the facts are going to come out at some point. They are going to come out. There's going to be no way to hide it. You're hiding it for now because you can. You're giving them like a sob story, but you're not telling them everything that's going on, because if they knew, they would be furious.
Yeah, ancestors are intervening. It looks like she's emotionally in pain now, water sign energy, due to an earth angel. Okay. Spirit says to focus on self-love, Foodie, but you have an entity attachment, so that's not going to go over too well. Not my business, not my problem. Okay. All right. Spirit is acknowledging that on the surface, she's trying to be very happy and triumphant and festive, but subconsciously, she's not listening to her higher intuition with the High Priestess in reverse. There's an energy of secrets and silence and dissonance. With the Page of Cups, she can't give birth to her manifestations and her ideas. There's being blocked. There's emotional vulnerability and immaturity and envy. Okay. Spirit is also acknowledging she's hasty and impatient with this fire sign in reverse, with the Page of Wands in reverse. She's restless and unreliable, distracted, easily tricked, lacks direction and pessimism. Where is she? All right, Spirit says, well, justice is in reverse. There's injustice, inequality, legal disputes, complication, dishonesty, a failure to take responsibility, and unfairness, causing her to be exhausted with the Seven of Wands in reverse, defeated, giving up, yielding, lack of self-confidence and motivation, overwhelmed. With the Queen of Pentacles, she's losing finances. Her heart chakra has imbalances and or delays. She doesn't have up healthy boundaries, and it feels like she's standing on sinking sand. She's self-absorbed. There's imbalance of family and work. Obsessed with the Wheel of Fortune, fire sign in reverse, unlucky, unwelcome changes, setbacks, misfortune, delays, loss of control. Where is she? Where is she? Spirit said, well, she's trying to work on some things. She's teamworking and collaborating with some people to be very focused. Shh. Spirit says she's silent. All right. She's also protective and a visionary. And she's trying to be very innovative with the King of Wands. Spirit is also acknowledging she feels very satisfied, but this is interesting because the arms are folded at the solar plexus energy. So you're satisfied because there's nothing you can do about it. Okay. And that's her business. Okay. That's not my business. It's not my problem. But she's acknowledging that she's satisfied, that there's abundance and achievements and material success and satiety within. But Spirit wants me to get this other deck out really quickly. Where is Foodie? Oh, this deck is not even turned over. I don't want to get a mixed signal. A mixed message. Where is Foodie? She wants a ceasefire from this volcanic eruption, all this fire. There's also this energy of an earthquake, like not standing on a solid foundation. Her foundation is crumbling. She feels very off center. There's also this energy of it affecting her finances, not having up healthy boundaries, and feeling like she's standing on sinking sand. This is very emotional. This is like a wave of emotion, lots of emotion, very emotional. It's erupting. Anxiety, fear, depression, sadness, right? Spirit says North America. Sending the collective energy, love, and light. Now we sit back and let the universe do what the universe does.
Thank you, Neo. That was a wonderful reading. And that last part of your reading, there were two indicators here that she's back home with her family. There was the mom card, and now there's this picture of North America. She's home. She's home, y'all. She's been home. She ran home quickly. And it also sounds like Foodie has the mentality of, and the wish, there's this whole thing in Kuwait. She wants it to go away so she can just carry on with business and do things back home in Canada. I don't think it's going to go away, though. I don't think she's going to be able to get away with the things she's been in Kuwait. I know she wants Kuwait to just sweep everything under the rug and forget about her and not bother her, but things are just getting started. They are getting started. She may be trying to manifest that they forget about her and they stop talking about her and just let her go and don't pursue it any further. But the other shoe may drop. But wonderful reading, Neo. Really appreciate it. And I hope you guys have enjoyed this tarot react of me reacting to Neo Tarot. If you do, please like and subscribe and leave a comment. And also, please check out Neo Tarot's reading on her channel. Look down below in the description right there. And you can check her out, sub up to her, give her a like, give her a comment, and tell her how much you enjoy her doing these readings on Foodie Beauty. So that's it for me. Hope you guys have a good one. And I'll see you guys on the next one. Until then, take care of yourselves and each other. Bye.